Hello. Look how bright that is. Okay, hold on. So I've been trying to do this for several minutes, but if you create an event on Facebook now and you try to go live, it only lets you go live in that group. If you go live in that group, you cannot share it outside of the group. And I'm not really a big fan of that. So I finally stopped letting it hijack me, and we just are going live on the timeline. Hopefully this will stay up. Okay, so tonight we're going to talk about the beginning of essential oils, like for beginners. If you are an essential oil person, you've used them for a long time, then you can add your guru knowledge. That would be fantastic. I love everybody's knowledge. If you are here and you are watching and you watch till the end, I have a little giveaway, and that is this 5 milliliter clary sage, and it is a hormone support oil. Okay, also supports a healthy blood pressure, and that's going to be our giveaway for the people who stay till the end. But you have to be present, and you have to comment and like the video, like it, heart it, tell me hi. In fact, that's a good first thing. Tell me hi and tell me where you're from in the comments to start kind of letting me know that you're here for our door prize. Okay, so tonight I'm just going to talk a little bit about how I got started, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about what the oils are, a little safety thrown in there, how to use them, what else? Those kinds of things. Hi, Emily. See, we got there. Okay, we got there. Okay, so hi, Liberty. Oh, yeah. Hi, Freedom. Emily was with me in the other group where I was hijacked and couldn't get out. Okay, so, all right. So, beginning essential oils, right? Here we go. I'm Kristen, and we've been using essential oils for Young Living essential oils, specifically for the last 7 years. And we started specifically because my son needed to sleep. Hey, Kathy. And he was having night terrors, and it was terrible. He's deaf. He's running through I know, that's exciting, because now I can actually be outside of that thing. But he was having terrible night terrors, running through the house, screaming. And it was just a really, really hard, hi, Doris. It was a really hard thing to deal with. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I need sleep. Like, I need it. And I was pregnant. I was pregnant with number 4. And I had 3 under 3, and he was not sleeping. And so anyway, one day I was invited to an essential oil party or event. And I went specifically because I wanted to get out of the house. I thought that it was going to be kind of like hippy dippy stuff, and I wasn't really into that. I wasn't really into the natural stuff, but I also was desperate because I needed my kid to sleep. And I also needed grown-up girl time. And so this kind of afforded all of those things. And so I went. And when she said that lavender helps with sleep, I was like, oh my gosh. Well, I'm going to try it. Because it can't hurt. It's natural. It's not going to hurt him. But I need him to sleep. So let's get this. So I got it, took it home. Fast forward, he slept all night the first night. And then he slept all night for a week. So kind of the rest is history for us. We have used Young Living for 7 years now, something like that. We've used the oils, we've used the cleaners, we used the Ninja. We kind of use all of the things. It's kind of progressed as we went. But when I started using essential oils, I didn't really have anybody to teach me what to do with them. So Google was my absolute best friend. Like it was the only thing that I used to learn about essential oils, how to use them, what to use them for. I would Google whatever I was thinking of, and then I would click images. And a lot of times the image would come up and show me what to do and show me how to use them. So I hope to be able to kind of impart that knowledge here so that you have it as you're using your oils. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them here. If you've ever wondered anything, just feel free to ask it here, and I'll do my best to answer. I can't say that I know everything. I just will maybe pull from the knowledge that I've had over the last years, and if I don't know, I will look it up for you, okay? Okay, so what are essential oils? I am not a science person. I don't get into all of the science part of it, but what I'll tell you about them is they are the lifeblood of the plant, okay? And for the plant, they do things like protect it from enemies. They keep the plant healthy. They keep the plant calm, which I know sounds weird, but I mean, there's science out there that shows that it does that. They help ward off enemies, which I thought was really cool. They just do a lot of things for the plant. You know, they come from everything. They come from the leaves. They come from the stem. They come from the rind of fruit. They come from the flowers. And they're kind of just from the whole plant, right? And so when the plant is harvested, the flower, whatever it is, the water and the oil are separated. And the oil is taken and then bottled and tested. And so the three ways that you use essential oils are inhalation. Okay, so that's anytime you're smelling it. Anytime if you cup it in your hands, put a drop in your hands, cup it. If you smell it out of the bottle, if you diffuse it, you're inhaling it, right? And that is a really good way. So essential oils are so small that they literally go up into your nose and they can cross the blood-brain barrier, which is why you have essential oils like rosemary that can help you with memory, that can help, like I've had mom brain for 10 years. Anybody else had mom brain? I've had mom brain for 10 years. And rosemary has really helped me out of several different jams where I forgot things. Like one time I threw away tractor keys. It was the only key we had. Threw it right in the trash can. Didn't even remember it. Smelled the rosemary, went out, retraced my steps. I had already retraced my steps one time. And I didn't remember. And then I went in, smelled the rosemary, retraced them again. And I'll be darned if I did not. It just all came flooding back right at that point. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that worked. But it's that they can go past that blood-brain barrier and they can help support your brain, support healthy memory, right? So inhalation is a very powerful way to use essential oils. So if you feel like you are unsure of what to do, unsure of how to use them, but you just want to smell them, say you're stuffed up, anything like that. All I did was smell the rosemary. Just put a drop in your hand, cup it, smell it right out of the bottle if you want to, or diffuse it, okay? The second way is topically, okay? So topically is on your skin. Anytime you put it on your skin, that's topically. Your skin is your biggest organ and it soaks it up like a sponge, right? So it soaks it up, and as soon as you put it on your skin, it takes about 26 seconds and it's in your bloodstream. That goes for everything in your life, not just essential oils. That goes for the things with the toxic chemicals in them. That goes for all of the things that you use in your life that go in your body. It goes on your skin. It's in your blood, right? So topical, though, is on your skin, okay? And a lot of people ask me, Kristen, where do I put it? Let me just say this to you. Experiment with it. You don't have to be a guru to use the essential oil. You can put it anywhere on your body and it will go where it needs to go. Okay? So if you need to sleep and you put it on your wrists, it's going to go and help you sleep. Now, I can tell you, put it on the big toe for your brain. Might help it get there a little faster, but 26 seconds, that's pretty fast, right? So don't be scared of where to put it. Okay, and I'll talk about safety kind of stuff in just a minute for topical use, but don't be scared of where to put it. Don't put it in your eyes. Oh, wait, that's safety. Okay, hold on. Number 3 is going to be ingestion. Okay, so number 1 is inhalation, 2 is topical, and 3 is ingestion. So let me preface this with, do not go and buy any essential oils from any big box store, because the oils that I'm talking about, and put them in your mouth, don't do that. The oils that I'm talking about are Young Living, okay? And they are the only company to be certified as GRAS, which means generally regarded as safe by the FDA for ingestion. And they have the specific little white Vitality line bottles for you to know if it's safe, okay? So don't be going to Target and saying, Kristen told me to go. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. So, and she didn't even tell you to go buy those oils in the first place, because they probably say, don't put on your skin. They might say, don't even smell them. Who knows?
I'm just asking. Nanny, may I ask you, I want to knock on this truck.
No, sir. I'm on my class. I'll talk to you in a minute.
Okay.
So no ingesting of the essential oils. The essential oil industry is not regulated. Okay, so anybody can put an oil in a bottle and say this is pure. Anybody can do it. And it can be 5% oil, and that's it. And the rest of it can be toxic stuff to your body, so don't be doing it, okay? All right, I'm looking out for you here. That's what I'm doing. So when you ingest Young Living essential oils, some things that we do, like my husband who thought I was crazy, which is fine. Please go to bed now. No, sir, it'll be a few minutes, so just go on in there. When I'm done, I'll let you know. Thank you. So he thought I was crazy, so he started to use the Thieves Vitality underneath his tongue when his throat would be sore, and it stopped being sore. And he was like, okay, that worked, and so then we used them for several more things. I'll put lemon in my water because it's a good detoxer. I will put it in my water because it's good to boost your mood, and it tastes really yummy. Like I'll put Citrus Fresh in my water so that, because it helps me not to snack as much. It flavors my water. I like the smell of the orange. It makes me happy. And I like not feeling like I'm bored snacking all the time. So when you put it inside your body, that is when you are ingesting it, okay? Again, I'm only talking about Young Living. Okay, so that's the 3 ways to use essential oils. Now, if you have any questions about those, if I'm going too fast, just let me know, okay? All right, so number 3 is the safety. A lot of people are like, should I use it on my young children? How do I apply it topically? Where do I put it and not put it? These kinds of things. So I'm going to address some of this. Number 1, when you apply an oil to your skin, say like Thieves, okay? It's more of a spicy oil, so if you put it on your skin, it might, I don't want to say burn, but maybe burn. Okay, and you think, gosh, that really hurts. Or your kid gets it on their lip. Oh my gosh, my kids have gotten it so many places because they'll bring me the bottle and they'll like wipe their face. Put a carrier oil on top of it, or use it with a carrier oil. Now, a carrier oil is a vegetable oil. Okay, anything that seeps into your skin. So olive oil, jojoba oil, almond oil, coconut oil, any of these things, all right, are carrier oils that you can use. And if you get something on you and you're like, man, I don't like that feeling, take that oil and put it on top and it will help it go away just like that. Now, if you put oils in a carrier, essential oils in a carrier, and you put it on the body, it does not dilute the power of the oil. It only causes it to seep in slower, okay? So you still get the same power, it's just seeping in slower and it's not maybe causing that feeling that you don't like, okay? So do that. So always do like a skin test, back of your hand, do a little skin test, see how it feels for you, for your kiddo, whatever. Don't go slathering it on until you know. Like lavender is probably going to be fine, but Thieves, peppermint, those kinds of things, you're going to have to see if you like the feeling. Do not put oregano on your skin. Just telling you that right now. I'm just take that pro tip right there, all right? Okay. Number 2, when it comes to where you do not put oils, we don't put them in our eyes. I mean, I can't say that I haven't gotten peppermint in my eye and literally been too lazy to get it out, but you don't put it in your eye. Now, if you get it in your eye, if you get it on your hands, you've been inhaling it, you accidentally smear it in your eye, don't flush it with water, because oil and water don't mix, okay? So take the coconut oil or the whatever vegetable oil and stick it at the corner of your eye right here. And it sounds weird, but I've done this. It will draw the oil out of your eye, okay? So just hold it right there at the corner. It will draw the oil out of your eye. Works like a charm every time. Don't put them in your ears. You cannot drop oil into your ear canal. Do not do that. Okay, I don't care who told you to do that. Don't do it. If you want to put an oil kind of in your ear, like if you have ear issues going on, like last year I had the worst swimmer's ear all the time, and it would turn into ear infections. And I was like, what is happening? I would take a cotton ball, put a couple of drops of lavender on it, and stick it inside my ear that way, and that helped. Oh my gosh, it helped so much, guys, so much. So that was fine, but do not drop oil straight in your ear. The number 3 place to put this for women, not to put it for women, is the place where the light does not shine. Okay, don't be putting it in the hoo-ha. Don't be doing that. It's not a good place for it. It hurts. It burns. I'll just tell you. Yeah. Now, there are some people who have used them for when their pH was off down there, and they have put them on a tampon with carrier oil. Okay, but with carrier oil. Otherwise, just don't do it. Just don't do it. Okay, I just just take it from me. Don't do it. Okay. All right. So those are the places that you do not put essential oils, and that's kind of how you have a little safety with yourself. Now, as far as children go, all right, I have used essential oils for children, all of them, babies, all the way up to my 10-year-old. Glad that made y'all laugh, because it made me kind of uncomfortable to say, but if I don't say it, somebody inevitably is gonna do it, and then they're gonna be like, but you didn't tell me, and I'll be like, well, I didn't want to tell you not to put it in your JJ, come on. Okay, all right, so kids, let's get off that subject, because I'm just gonna get red. So kids, when they're babies, like below 6 months, I use lavender. Okay, now I diffused all the time. Diffusing, never had any issues, ever. But for babies, I use lavender diluted on the bottoms of their feet. Okay? That is how I helped. And I'm going to tell you what, lavender is kind of the Swiss Army knife of oils. It does everything. If you are in, like, you question what to use lavender. Okay? So put it on the bottom of their feet, diluted with the carrier oil. I say like 1 drop to 1 teaspoon of oil. And then as they get older, you can start adding in other oils like Thieves, RC. This is what we did. This is how we did it. Peace and Calming, all those kinds of things. You can use them on their feet. I did a lot of feet up until they're about 2 years old. A lot of feet up until they're about 2 years old. Now, if they had like a boo-boo, okay, we've had a lot of those. If they had a boo-boo, I put lavender straight on that. I'm not worried about that. But to support the inside of their body, if they're snotty, if they have a cold, if they're congested, if they have any of that stuff and you need to support healthy airways, I use the bottom of their feet and put socks on. Because if you don't put socks on, they're just going to rub it off. Okay? All right, so that's kind of kids. Are there oils that you're not supposed to use on children? I am shooting as straight as I can with you. I use all the oils on my kids. Every single one of them. Any oil that they happen to need, they're getting it from me. I feel very safe with Young Living because the last 7 years, that is what we have done. That is how we have gotten them to where they don't go to the doctor anymore. Don't need to go to the doctor anymore. That is how I have seen such amazing results from the oils, just by using them and not being worried about it. And that's why I use Young Living, because I trust them. You know, I trust them with my children. And why fix what's not broken? People will say, oh, look at these, and oh, look at these, and oh my gosh, these. But guys, why fix what's not broken? With Young Living, I can use less more times. That saves me money. When you start going down on the chain of quality, then you have to use more. That is actually going to cost you money in the long run. And that's what a lot of people don't see about, a lot of things in life. When you go for the lesser quality because of the lesser price tag, you actually spend more money. But when you go for the high quality, you spend less money because you don't need as much. You don't need to put as much on them. 1 drop, 20 cents, 10 cents, 8 cents, 2 cents, depending on what oil you're using. And you've done what you need. Or you make a roller and you make it last for a long time with that roller. Or you use the VitaFlex, the reflexology points on the bottom of your feet, on your hands, on your ears. I would encourage you to Google reflexology, and then you will have the charts right there. Google it and click images. Then you will have the charts right there at your kind of need, and you'll be able to know where it goes where, right? What goes where, when the brain is the big toe. I didn't think any of that stuff was real. Like, I'll be super honest with you. I was like, there's no way that if I put something on my kid's toe, it's going to make him go to sleep because it's going to affect his brain. But yeah, it certainly did. And for me, realizing it when I'm having a stomach ache and I put it on the inside of my foot, the inside of the arch of my foot, and my stomach starts to feel better. I'm like, what kind of stuff is this? But it works. I mean, that's all there is to it. It works. So that's why I like for this one right here to use it for the healthy blood pressure and the hormone support. People put it on the inside of their ankles every day, twice a day. And so that's something else that I want to talk about. And remember, this is the giveaway. That's something else I want to talk about. Yes, Doris. So reflexology is like your VitaFlex, well, I keep saying VitaFlex points, but I think that's right. In your feet. So I'm not going to show you my foot, but I don't know where they are on my hand. But if you Google reflexology and click images, it'll show you. So in your foot, you have all the organs of your body. Basically, your stomach is in there, your ovaries are on your ankles, your uterus, your brain is in your big toe. What is which one, Kathy? I don't remember what that one is. Your brain is on your big toe. Your sinuses are kind of on the ball of your feet, like your nose, your eyes, that kind of thing. You have the ability right there in the bottom of your foot to help your organs with just a low amount of oil. Oh, guys, I just said I had 20% battery left. I didn't think it would go that quick. I'm going to have to find a way to plug in my phone or we're going to have to move. Okay, so when it says 10%, we'll move. So I'll post one of the, yeah, oh, thank you, Kathy. So the bottom of your foot, and there's some, oh, yes, sorry. Yes, reflexology. That's how you spell it. Okay. So it's really cool. Check it out. If you look in the Fresh Perspective group where we have our oily stuff, you can Google reflexology and you'll find lots of charts in there too. If you're not in our Fresh Perspective group, but you would like to be, raise your hand and I'll add you after this. Oh, this is clary sage. Clary sage. Emily, your question is, hold on, sorry. Your question is lemon, lavender, and peppermint. Those are all natural kind of decongestant oils. They help support a healthy airway. I think you're in there, girl. I don't even know, but I'll have to go look. But I'm pretty sure you're in there. I can't remember. We talked about it before, but I don't remember what happened. Okay, so I'll add you afterwards if you're not in there. And if you are, I'll tag you. Let's see. So, okay, so we went over how to use them. We went over the safety of them. We went over what they are. Let me tell you something. With essential oils, consistency is the key. Okay? A lot of people will try something one time and they'll be like, well, this don't work. But consistency is the key, especially for things like, I can't either, especially for things like memory, especially for things like supporting a healthy cardiovascular system, supporting a healthy respiratory system, supporting your immune system. Now, guys, when we were sick all the time. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't deal with this. I literally was losing my mind. I'd never been sick before. Ever. Like twice. That was it. That I could remember. And everybody was sick. And I was sick. And I was pregnant. And it was a mess. And we started using the immunity cream that I make. And I've talked about it a few times. If you're in our Fresh Perspective group, you can search immunity cream. You'll find the recipe. But I started using that. And actually, I started using it on the bottom of their feet because I was kind of lazy. I didn't want to put all the drops, like the lavender and the thieves, every night on their feet. So I just mixed it all in with coconut oil and mixed it up. And some things happened. My one son had a wart on his foot and didn't even know it. He did not know he had a wart. I did not know he had a wart. And so I started putting the coconut oil on the bottom of his feet because it was helping with their sleep. It was helping with whatever it was helping with, right? And they slept. That wart went away, fell off, gone, just like that. And all of a sudden I realized we weren't getting as sick as much. Yeah, we got the colds. Yeah, we got whatever. But we didn't have to go to the doctor. We didn't have to do anything really for it. I put the cream on them more often. You know, I'd put it on them once every hour or once every 2 hours, and it wouldn't last as long. And sometimes not everybody would get it, which was unheard of because these people lick each other like you would not believe. It is ridiculous. They can't keep their hands off each other. And so people wouldn't get it as often. And I was just like, wow, that is kind of amazing, actually. And then all of a sudden, we didn't have to go to the pediatrician's office anymore. And I'm even friends with my nurse on here, and she will tell you, we went from there every week to not there every week. No, it's just you get it from the store. I get a big thing from Costco, and that's it. And then you can use it forever and ever. And so I couldn't believe it happened, but I had to be consistent. We did it every single night. Sometimes we did it during the day. If we were going out and it's like flu season or something like that, I would put it on their feet, on their socks, with their socks before I put their socks on. So we did it every single day. You have to be consistently using the oils. Now there are times where, say you have a headache, you're stressed, you don't feel like you can get out of bed that day, you need energy, you need a good mood. All those times you can use oils, and they're probably going to help just like that. And you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. But for other things, like what I was just telling you about, supporting a healthy immune system, not getting as sick, those kinds of things, you're going to need to be using it more consistently. Okay? So consistency is key with plants. One of my sons especially, has pretty weak lungs. He's never been diagnosed as asthmatic because I've never needed to take him in and do that. But when he gets a cough, it's like this croupy, like really deep sounding, he can't catch his breath kind of cough. And RC is the magic oil for him. Okay, and so that's another thing. Let me just talk about that in just a second. But RC is the magic oil for him. This is a respiratory oil, and you put it on his chest. Within seconds, guys, he is calming. So I put it on his chest. I have it on my hand. I kind of rub it on my chest, and I let him lay on my shoulder. And so he's inhaling it while it's on his chest and mine. And it is like magic for him. He will be calm within minutes, and then it won't come back. It will not. His croupiness cough won't come back. That'll be it. It'll happen one time. He'll be calm. So there are times where it happens very quickly. Okay? There are those times. But consistency is key in a lot of things with them. So don't be afraid to use them regularly every single day. It's going to be amazing. You're going to have amazing results. Your mouth is going to drop. I'm telling you, because mine has several times. What was I going to say just a minute ago? Oh, don't be afraid to experiment with oils. There are a lot of them. Now, don't let that overwhelm you and be like, I don't know what to do with all of them. But they all kind of interact with your body differently. So like RC is good for that sun, and then Raven is good for another sun, right? So that's another respiratory oil. And so you just kind of use and see what's good for them. That is why the premium starter kit is suggested to start, because it has 12 oils in it already that you can get to know. They all do things like sleep and respiratory and joints and kids and calm and happy moods and cleaning, and they do all of these things. And so then you're able to get to know those oils by using them, right? And so Kathy, it won't let me see the rest of your comment. Oh, there it is. I couldn't even get up and down Sunday after yard work all day, and I thought I would not be able to get up on my own the next day. So I used a fourth a dropper of CBD and 2 drops of Panaway and 2 of bergamot, and had no residuals on Monday. It blew my mind. I know. So the CBD cream that they have, my mom has had this knot in her shoulder. I mean, she has told me about this knot in her shoulder for a very, very, very long time. I'm sorry, hold on. What do you need?
Can you tell Hunter to stop trying to take my phone?
I can hear you guys going crazy in there. Okay.
I'm sitting on my
I
bed.
can't tell him that right now. Thank you. Leave it right here, and I'll tell him when I'm done.
My phone?
Yeah.
Why?
Son, either leave it here or go out. Thank you. They have a toy that they're talking about. Anyway, she has that knot in her arm, and so she started using that CBD cream. and it's gone. She was like, it's just gone. I don't even know what to say about it. It's gone. It blew her mind too. So I understand. Paying away is a really good one for that. So let's see. All right, so we talked about how to use them, what they are, safety. So I want to talk a little bit about blending, okay? And then I'm probably going to be done. There might be a couple of other things, but I'm probably going to be done after that. So blending essential oils. Now, a lot of times people say, well, do I need to mix the oils to get the desired effect that I want? What I would tell you is use one first. Okay, use one at a time. So like Peace and Calming that comes in the kit, that's for calming, for sleep, for children. Use it. It's already a blend of different oils. And use it first to see what happens. Okay, and if it doesn't quite give you the desired effect that you need, then go to lavender. Okay, and use it and see what that does for you. And then if that doesn't quite do it, do Stress Away. And then if they're all kind of on the cusp, you could then mix Stress Away and Peace and Calming, which I have seen and heard amazing results for sleep, for people who just can't sleep. Their brain just won't shut down at the end of the night. They just can't shut it off. Stress Away and Peace and Calming together has been really an amazing combination. So I say that though because if you use one though and it works for you, then you don't need to blend them. But also, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to experiment. You can sit there, you can blend all day long. You can put lavender and Peace and Calming together. You can put Pan Away and peppermint together. In my immunity cream, there's 8 different oils because all of them do something different. Oregano, peppermint, lavender, lemon. No, I don't think lemon is in there. Oregano, peppermint, lavender, thieves, cedarwood, sleep, So peppermint's in there because if they don't feel good and they need some temperature control, I use peppermint, if you get my drift. So all that stuff. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to use it. I'm telling you, Emily, you should get the starter kit and you should just practice, experiment with the oils and see which ones work because they will work phenomenally and you'll be like, why didn't I just do this before? Like, why did I wait? That was my thought. Why did I even wait? I just sat around and thought that was fake. And then all of a sudden I'm like, okay, this is real. This really works. This is amazing. Okay, so diffusing, I just want to talk about that for a second. Couple of things. Do not start with a lot. Okay, the starter kit comes with a diffuser. The diffuser runs 6, 8, or 10 hours. It has a 1-year warranty on it, so if it breaks, you can get another one. Do not start with a lot of drops. If you have a very large room, it might be okay, but I would still say start on the lower side. 4 or 5 of each oil. Whatever ones, however, if you do 1, 4 to 5, if you do 2, maybe 4 of each. Because if it gets overwhelming, it's going to give you a headache. Okay. When I did the first time I ever diffused anything, I diffused Purification. And if you've ever smelled Purification, it smells amazing, but it's also very strong. And we use it for mosquito bites and all the things summer right now, or spring. But I put it in my diffuser because I was like, oh my gosh, it smells so good. And I put like 8 drops in there. I put 8 drops in that diffuser and I was like, oh my gosh, this is strong. And so if you do that to yourself and it's an accident and you're like, I don't want to pour it out because I don't want to waste the oil, add a citrus oil in it. So like lemon, orange, citrus fresh, something like that. That will cut the strength of that diffuser, of that oil. Then you won't have to waste the water. Then you won't have to, then it won't be so strong. Okay. It'll cut that smell down for you. Let's see. What else about the diffuser? Clean them. At least you can once a week. I spray mine with Thieves Cleaner. You can use rubbing alcohol kind of in them a little bit, rub it around. Clean them once a week so that you make sure you get the life out of it that you need. when you diffuse, you can diffuse all night long. The diffuser that comes with the starter kit, it goes, like I said, 6, 8, or 10 hours, and then it turns into a nightlight. So it doesn't even turn off. You can leave it as a nightlight for your kids, which is what mine do. They love it, right? Let's see. Does anybody have any questions? We have a lot of diffuser recipes in our group, in our oil group. So if you decide you want to be part of that, raise your hand. We will get you in there so that you can learn more. It's a great educational place. A lot of people talking about what they use, why they use it, how they use it, what they use it for. It's a very encouraging, uplifting place. It's a great group. Let's see. Yeah, 2 drops. And you can, if you start small, obviously you can add more, but if you start large, you got to cut that. You got to cut that, right? You can, Emily. You can use any diffuser. Yours is a humidifier too. Yeah, ours is too. Ours is a humidifier. Emily, you can use any diffuser. The only thing that I say about the diffusers is that some of the citrus oils are very strong on plastic, and so if you get a lesser quality diffuser, just pay attention to the plastic, because like lemon will eat it up, right? And you don't want that to happen. So the Young Living diffusers are made with the hospital grade plastic, so that does not happen. Okay, let's see. Anything else? Anything that I'm missing? We're at 10% battery. Oh, and it always makes me go dark. There it is. Okay. Let's see. Anything else that I'm missing that you would like to know about essential oils that you feel like would be a good beginner question? Because I'd love to know so that I can make sure that I put them in any of these that I do. And then if nobody has any questions, I'm going to pick the winner for Clary Sage. Thank you, Judy. You're so sweet. I love you. Thank you. I feel great. Isn't that awesome? Like, today has just been a really good day. Really, really good day. All right, I need a pen, y'all. All I ever have is crayons. Crayons. I'm going to write a number down. And I'm going to tell you about this number. I'm going to write a number down. When I tell you, thank you, sweetie. I'm proud of you too. When I write this number down, I want you to guess. Don't do it yet. What I'm going to tell you is Facebook has a lag time, and Facebook only shows me the comments that it wants me to see sometimes. So whoever I see first that gets the closest to my number between about 1 and 20, I guess we'll do, because it looks like there's about 7 people here. Just know whoever gets there first. So let me think about the number. Hold on. Okay. So between 1 and 20, pick a number, type it in. You can guess as many times as you want, but whoever gets the closest to my number, or picks my number first, whoever picks my number first will win the Clary Sage. Okay? So I know there's a lag. We gotta wait. Go to bed. I'm watching. Judy picked number 12. Judy is our winner. Congratulations, Judy. She's the first one that I saw that said 12. See my number here? 12. Okay. I know people are like, how can Kristen give away all these little 5 milliliter oil all the time? Let me just tell you why. Because Young Living gives you free stuff for shopping there. Like free stuff for shopping there. And every single month when I order, I get freebies. And I'd love to give them away because then people get to use them. I mean, I'm going to use them too, right? But at the same time, I want to make sure that other people get the same experience, okay? So, did I cover all the bases? Give me some hearts if I covered all the bases. If you feel like you know a little bit more about how to use essential oils, you're a little bit less scared about essential oils, you're a little bit less confused. I'd like to see some hearts because that makes me feel like I did my job here. What is that? Oh, so Clary Sage is a hormone oil, hormone support especially for women. My mom uses it for hot flashes a lot. Okay, I love all the hearts. They're so pretty. Okay. So clary sage is a hormone oil that I use from my mom uses it for hot flashes. I already said that, sorry. It's also been good for sleep, and it's been good for blood pressure. We have a testimony from Kim's mom in the group that has used it, and her blood pressure has come down phenomenally, and her doctor was like, you just keep doing that. And I think she might be off her medicine. I mean, obviously we're not doctors and we don't ask you or want you to come off of medicine, but I'm just telling you the effects that they have when used continuously. So it's good for that. So good cardiovascular support, good hormone support. It's probably got more. Clary sage is, if you Google clary sage and you say, like, what is it good for, you'll find it. Okay. See, there you go, Judy. Or Kathy, it's helped Judy with hot flashes and anxiety. So that's really cool. And Judy, I'm going to get this out to you. I'm going to write your name on here so I do not forget, because that's my life. All right, guys. Awesome. It has been so fun to be here. If you want to be part of our oily group, give me a hands up in the comments and I'll get you added if you're not in there already. And yeah, I hope you have a great night. And guess what? I'm proud of you. Oh, you're welcome. Very welcome. Thanks for being a part of our group. Love you guys.